Hey everybody, it's Liam Langer here with the Small Wrestling Alliance, giving you my review of the May 9th episode of NXT, and I'll tell you if it was worth it. So this night started off with a promo from Ricochet, talking about how he wants to go for the NXT Championship, but it's only to be interrupted by Velveteen Dream. These two have been feuding on Twitter, and of course had their interactions together at the TakeOver New Orleans six-man ladder match. So this was kind of the setup of their actual feud on television. And this was, a really good segment. They worked, they had some really nice back and forth with their dialogue and everything. And of course, Velveteen Dream's a great character, and Ricochet is also, is pretty good on the mic as well. We didn't see any type of, fighting between the two, but it's going to be really exciting seeing them further. They're going to put on some great matches and also great promos going forward because that's just what these two guys can really do. So definitely worth it. Definitely excited for it. Anticipating their feud together. And a great start of the night. Then we go into our first match, which was EC3, and this is his NXT television debut. Because while he was on Takeover, he was never on the actual as a wrestler, I should say. He was never on NXT television. So this was technically his in-ring debut for that. And he takes on Raul Mendoza. And much like Ricochet's, NXT television debut, he's in there with a guy who can, who is going to take the pin, but also can put on a really good match. It's not just a jobber. Mendoza, has really good offense and high flying capabilities, and they really show that off. They really trying to tell the story of EC3 kind of not taking him seriously at first, and then kind of be shocked by Mendoza's speed and ability, and they have some good back and forth with that until EC3 kind of takes over and ends up winning. So it's a good match, and it makes EC3 looks good afterwards. He then has an interview at ringside, which is a great promo segment for EC3, setting up his character. So overall, worth it. EC3 comes out on top, which of course is the right decision, and yeah, really good match, really good first match too. After that, we have the tag team match between Heavy Machinery and the War Raiders. And this was, really good. Like I thought it was going to be good because these two teams are very similar in the idea of big guys that can move, and it worked really well with each other. Now the only complaint I would have is that I thought it went a little too quickly. Maybe they could have had more time with it, but you kind of in a kind of stacked night with quite a bit of matches, so I think that's why it got shorter. But it was still pretty entertaining. Not like a classic. They've had better tag team matches on NXT, but it was still really good working. It was still good ring work together. Um, had some nice moments where Heavy Machinery looked like they could have be competitive against War Raiders, but War Raiders just ended up dominating with their speed and power. So it just makes them look good, and it's going to be a continuation of their dominance of the NXT Tag Team division, leading to, of course, to them being champions one day, and who knows, probably one day soon. So I liked it a lot. Like I said, it could have been longer, but I thought it was still good, and I thought it was definitely worth it. Then we go into the women's match with Dakota Kai versus Vanessa Bourne. That got set up last week, and this was a pretty good matchup. Um, both these women are talented. Vanessa Bourne has a lot of athletic ability and is really good raw talent. She still needs some work, but this is NXT. It's a developmental program, so that's what it's for. It's for people to develop the character and in-ring work and get better, and I'm sure she's going to do that. And Dakota Kai, on the other hand, is a little more of a complete wrestler, but together they do put on a really good match. Really good match. Once again, kind of like the tag team match. I wouldn't say it's like one of the best women's matches, but it was still really good, really entertaining, and also at the end of it, we get a continuation of this rivalry between uh, Dakota Kai and Shayna. Because Shayna comes out, puts Vanessa into the sleeper hold, and Dakota Kai runs away scared. So it's still kind of playing off of that idea, which, like I said before last week, I said that it's probably going to end with Dakota Kai overcoming her fears and taking out Shayna and being the one to take out Shayna to win the championship. So it should be really exciting to see. So I think it was really good overall. Once again, another worth it, segment. And then we get to our last match and our last segment of the night, which is Cassius Ohno versus Tommaso Ciampa. And as you can imagine, another worth it segment. Ciampa and Ohno just really work well together. I mean, I assume you would think they would work well together. These guys have a lot of back and forth, a lot of great heel work from Ciampa, because I mean he's one of the best heels, not only in the company but in wrestling as a whole, really. And it was just really great to be able to tell the story of a friend angered at this betrayal and wanting to avenge Johnny for all this, and then at the end of it all, Ciampa has this great line where he's just yelling at Ohno, saying, I broke Johnny, I broke Johnny's body, I broke Candace's heart, I ended the Gargano dream, and it's like, oh, that's a really great heel line, really kind of sticks with you, and also the commentators do a really great job of just selling how despicable Ciampa is. So it's all really well thought out, and it's really the best feud that they have going in WWE right now. So it's of course very entertaining. Best match or segment of the night, really, and definitely worth it. And so this was overall a really great episode of NXT. Literally everything in it was worth it, and I think everyone should go check out entire episode. I didn't skip it through anything. I don't think anyone else should skip through anything. So it was just really good, and let's hope all NXTs are this good for the rest of the year and onward. But anyways, if you liked the video, you can leave a like. If you want to see more videos like these, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell. Especially hit the notification bell because we go live for our podcast. That's every Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Time. We also go live for most pay-per-views to do a live reaction to them. And also, and like I said before, subscribe to see more, review videos and, like I said, the reaction videos and the podcast, everything. And if you want to follow me, you can follow me at Liam_SWA on Twitter. And make sure to share to all your friends and enemies. And until next time, see ya.